The Neurocast from Truthsayers. Simon Stapleton talks to Jason Brennan about their partnership and future projects together.
What I really like about Wrkit and working with Wrkit is, we start with a conversation perhaps with benefits, but actually the benefits in the Wrkit world isn't just about pay and rations. It's actually a more holistic view of benefits. It's the whole well-being of the individual, not just what they take home at the end of the month in their bank balance. And I think that's why we've got such a great fit between us, because obviously we can help surface where an organization's doing really well from that perspective, and not perhaps doing not so well from that perspective. And that gives obviously your customer the opportunity to intervene before it becomes a problem. Because obviously we're able to get at the data that traditional surveys couldn't. And in your space, in the employee well-being and benefit space, that's super important to understand. What's your expectations of the partnership in the future?
Oh, we're thrilled, and we're very much looking forward to the various different kinds of work that we can do together. And I think the two combinations moving forward is super exciting, particularly for organizations, because if we can get people revved up about doing any survey, well, that's a win, right? But then while they're doing the surveys, to get insights into themselves and being able then to connect fluidly through another means of support, in our case, kind of well-being or lifestyle support, that just makes it easier at the same time. It's also about, as you said, helping businesses know what they're doing well, so they can shout about it, right? So that they can do more of that, as well then as highlighting some of the gaps or some of the challenges. And then, of course, the next stage is helping them kind of get to those gaps. What can they do? What are the recommendations? And of course, in all the surveys, we have these recommendations, and we have some solutions, both our own and others, but just kind of to help them help their people. So starting with the insights and gathering the knowledge, and then putting together a plan for them. This is the way forward, big time. One of the things I think in the future we'll be connecting with employees on is what are they interested in? What are the type of things that they'd like to know more about or do more about, especially, for example, in the learning side? I'm getting super interested in is remote leadership, right? So because the world is changing and everybody will be going back to the office. So how do managers lead well from distance?
That's a whole new different skill set required, isn't it?
It really is. Like it's leadership is a thing in itself. It's much easier when you're in person. It's slightly more difficult when you're doing it like we're doing it now, through technology. This is where I think Truthsayers and the surveying really kind of comes to the forefront. Is managers may not put up their hands to say they're struggling in this area, or they may not even know they're struggling in this area.
Right.
So therefore, through a survey, particularly a neurotech survey, it shows it up for them and for the business
in a positive, helpful way, rather than about exposing those people.
That's right.
We're taking the working from home survey and moving it on to the student community, because equally they're studying from home.
I'm super excited by us collaborating again and running it for students, because actually a lot of the research over the last year said the young people were struggling the most, hands down, due to the pandemic. But we're now kind of fine-tuning it into study. What's it like to study from home? Tell us a bit more about that, and how do you think, or how do you feel it is affecting you in terms of being social, or your exercise, or your mood. So I'm super thrilled that we're able to kind of now connect with that cohort and give them a voice too, and hopefully a global voice again.